Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Thanks, and I'm fine.
Good, okay. My name is Chris. I'm a teacher at IEL 360, and I'll be conducting the speaking test with you today.
Okay, thank you. Thanks.
All right, and have you ever done an IELTS speaking test before, either a mock test or a live test at British Council or IDP?
Yes, I did, and in general, I find structure normal, so I know the structure, okay?
Okay, all right, great. I'm just going to run through the three sections of the test with you. Just a reminder that I will sometimes interrupt you to move on to the next question. That's the only purpose of my interruption. Don't worry about it when I do it.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so unless there's any questions, we'll start recording the test now.
Yes, okay.
Okay. All right, so we will begin by talking about your hometown. So where are you from?
So I am from Ho Chi Minh City because in general, I am born and my birthplace was Ho Chi Minh City. And also like that's where I have grown up for like so many years, like 14 years of my life have been spent in Ho Chi Minh City most of the time.
Okay, good. Good, thank you. And can you tell me, what kinds of places do you enjoy visiting in your hometown when you have free time?
In general, like I find the cinemas and also the soft shopping malls here to be very enjoyable. Because cinemas is somewhere you could watch a film, maybe interact with friends, and also as in the shopping malls, it usually has a wide variety of activities for you to do, and that's why I like to go to two of those places in general.
All right. Okay, good. Thank you. And what is the weather like usually in your hometown right now?
So because as Vietnam is a tropical country, we usually experience very humid and also rainy days. However, like it's extremely hot here too. But with the occasional rain, it helps with a lot due to the fact that basically there's rain like every day, but the sun is scorchingly hot. So if you try to go out, you might get sunburned because it's like at least 39 degrees outside sometimes.
Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to move on to a new topic now. We're going to talk about shoes. So can you tell me, what is your favorite type of shoes?
So my favorite types of shoes are generally like, as people nowadays, like sneakers in general, like those ones from Nike and also Adidas, as they are very fashionable in sense and also very practical because first of all they help you with running, and also like with sneakers that's an important part in doing sports, so that's why I like those kind of shoes.
Okay, great. And why do some people buy a lot of shoes?
I think that it is a part of themselves actually, because that's a part of their personality. Because as humans, we tend to like to connect like things, and for shoes, they are one of the more accessible commodities, and also like shoes seems practical as a way of collection, because you could always wear shoes. However, other things that people collect, it's not as practical. And also shoes could be in a variety of like different ranges, because like it fits all age groups and demographics. So
Okay, good, great. Thank you. All right, and we're going to talk about friendship now.
Okay.
How often do you go out with your friends?
So as a normal like teenager at my age, I do socialize a lot with my friends. In general, like we usually go out around like 2 or 3 times a week. Usually like after school, because when we are going to school, we are always spending a lot of time with each other, so it's easy to bond with each other. And with the after school time, because I learn at some place that is very distant from my own home here in Ho Chi Minh City.
Okay, good. Thank you. All right. And what qualities do you value in a best friend?
A best friend for me, in general, like they should be kind, be honest, and also they should be actually a charitable person. They should have the qualities that makes basically hanging out with them more enjoyable, and also like just talking to them, they are nice, so that you could actually have a proper conversation.
All right, good. Thank you. All right, so we're going to move on to the speaking part 2 now. So in this part, I'm going to give you a topic, and I'm going to ask you to speak for 1 or 2 minutes. You will have 1 minute to make some notes before you begin.
Okay.
Go ahead and find a paper.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just sending you the question now. So I'd like you to talk about a place in the city that you would like to visit. You have 1 minute to prepare.
Okay.
All right, could you begin, please?
So, in general, my the place that I wanted to go most is Dongsen Park, and it's a amusement park in the middle of Ho Chi Minh City, and it's one of the larger park in here in Vietnam. And so in Dongsen Park, you could do a lot of things. First of all, there's 2 parts to this amusement park, which is first is the water park, and secondly, it's the amusement park. So in the amusement park, you could do all the things that you would expect going to a place like that, which is going on a ride, going to some museums or some horror house you could. And for the water park, in general, you could go to the water slides, you could hang out in the pool, and in general, enjoy the water ride. For the reason exactly why I choose this place is that, but for once, it's a pretty common place to go, and also I do find it enjoyable just to spend a day there, as people there usually are very nice, like the service there, and also I tend to see and seek out more fun with friends, because going to a place that's so open and also with so many rides, you could spend a lot of time with your friend, because although the rides are not comparable to amusement parks such as Disneyland or Universal, I do see the thrill and the enjoyment that people seek in doing these the kind of things, because I like to spend time with my friend too, and as such, it's a great place to go. Due to all the things I have mentioned, also, and moreover, it's a place where sometimes celebrities also go there to perform. And
Okay, good. Thank you. All right. So we're going to talk about places in a more general way now. So we're going to start with, so first of all, do you think that landmarks in a city can help make it more famous?
So think that landmarks are one of the more defining structures of that city, because more often than not, cities needs to have landmarks to be tourism hubs. Because faces that way, Singapore has its landmark, the Marina Bay Sands or the Himalayan, and Ho Chi Minh City also have its own landmark, like Benton Market, because landmarks are the key things, the attractions to tourists. They are not going to somewhere that has just general buildings. They need to go to somewhere where there's something that's famous enough for them to take a picture, and their friend will know what place is it.
Okay, good. Thank you. And do you think that architectural design of a city is important?
So, although I'm just a student, I do learn a lot about architecture. And I know that architecture is important for urban designing. Because, face it that way, a city that is built in a way that buildings there only have concrete and not a lot of glass, or in a way that's stylish, it just generally just looks very mundane and dull. Also, moreover, like a city built with a older style, like a Gothic style or a Renaissance style of the and also the colonial era, tend to attract more like tourists, because it's a reminiscent of the past, and also having a unique style makes the city more lively in general. Because face it that way, there's not a lot of very ancient city anymore. Most of them just build the city based on concrete, and even though there's cities that has very high buildings.
Okay, good. Thank you. All right, so we're gonna talk now. I'd just like to ask you, why do so many people migrate to the city each year?
So this is a key factor for cities, because for a city to exist, it needs migration, because it's a growing hub of commerce and also industry. The reason why people always come to the city is usually they think that's more job offers, and there's a variety of job services. So, for example, in the countryside, you usually don't have a lot of access to things that you normally found here, like cinema or shopping malls, or even things that seems normal, like the internet, cannot be found in certain places in the countryside. So people.
Okay. All right, great. Thank you very much. So that's the last question I have.
Okay.
I will be submitting the report to Testuru so that it will pass on for the rest of the competition. So
Okay.
We wish you luck on the rest of the stage of the competition, and we hope you have a good afternoon.
Thank you.
Okay, take care.
Take care.